course, as I said, we've got a great game on tomorrow. But last week, the preliminary final between the Belpost Panthers and the Inverleigh Hawks, who, of course, Inverleigh Hawks went out of the comp for the year. But Belpost still did very, very well indeed. And, well, they tried a gang tackle on Mitch. He tried to get Stupaluri, but they threw him to the ground. That's not stupid, it's Mitch. And Grubby raced in from underneath and grabbed Cam Addy. Have a look at this.
The Belpost Steel captain, Cam Addy, after a tough game of footy, mate, 28 points down as you come out for the third quarter. What did you think you'd be doing next week?
Probably not playing, to be honest. But we've got that self-belief that we can come back from anything. But, yeah, we just can't be making a habit of it.
When you talk about self-belief, one of the things I saw in that last quarter, Casey Meehan was on the way to getting my best on the ground. And all of a sudden, in the last quarter, Attila pulled his pants out. He just played a magnificent quarter, and that was one of the main reasons he's got back in it, I reckon.
Yeah, I think Oddie first up in the first half was a little bit sort of laxy-daisy, but he really pulled his finger out, and if anything, he probably dragged us across the line.
Last time you played him, you got back into the game and failed. I thought you got back into the game off some brilliance of Will Kelly. He wasn't here today. Will he be playing next week?
Oh, it's hard to change a team that's going into the grand final, but that's what the coaches are for. They get the big bucks for that call.
Mate, you have to feel sorry for the Hawks. They gave it everything they had. Just towards the last quarter, their intensity dropped off. Do you think that happened, or do you think you blokes just played that little bit better in the end?
I think we started to smell blood and we lifted, and also with Carson going off, they were down one rotation, so it just might have just mucked up their rotations a little bit, and eventually it sort of takes its toll.
Just to that, when Carson did go off, does that free you up a little bit, because you're not going to have the responsibility of playing on such a great player? Does that free you up a little bit?
A little bit. It gives me a little bit more confidence to run off and move up the ground and not be so paranoid to have to stick on a man so much. But I still play that key role down the very deep end. So
now, mate, out at the Belpost Hill Chemist, they must be a shortage now of angry pills, because it looks like Holsey took a fair few of them before today's game.
No, he's an angry little man. You see him during the year and he hides away and he doesn't come to functions or anything. He's a bit of a different cat. But as soon as finals comes, he just gets a little bit of a sniff of it and just turns it on.
The mighty Bannockburn Tigers, they're already in. They've had 5 or 6 easy games. They've had a win, a rest, a win, a rest. They're going to come out fresh. What do? Do you got to jump them?
Oh, I'd hope so. I mean, if you don't jump them, then it's sort of going to be an arm wrestle all day. But you know, obviously they're a great team and they've earned the weeks off they've had, and they're probably going to have a full list to pick from. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see and see if all these nice, easy runs they've had are going to pay off, or if having healthy bodies is going to be fantastic for them.
They may be stale a bit too, but for Cam Addy, you've gone from Paul Carson to most probably Jason Tom. It doesn't get any bloody easier, mate.
I wish it did, unfortunately, but Jason's a super player, and I'm just going to have to try my guts out to stop him, and I'm sort of at the mercy of the midfield as well. So if we can get enough pressure through the midfield and up forward and just limit their entries, well, it's going to make my job a hell of a lot easier.
Well, there's no good sucking to him, mate, because he's going to try pretty hard. But listen, mate, a fantastic win. Good game by you, obviously, but a great game by Belpost Hill. We almost called the dynasty over there for a minute, but you are so good. All the best for next week. All the best, mate.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, great interview there with Cam Addy and Grubby Cations, of course, doing the hosting duties. And as I said, great to see Stupaluri didn't get a Guernsey, but he might get a Guernsey tomorrow afternoon. You never know the result, the way it could be. We've got a very special guest on the show this evening, and of course he is the president of the Geelong District Footy League. He has been since I can remember. And I speak, of course, as our good friend and the great president, Neville Whitley, OAM. Good evening, Nev.
Good evening, Dick. How are you?
Very good, thanks, mate. And great to see another finals campaign. And I think that it had been a successful campaign, and the big crowd last week at the preliminary final indicated that footy's alive and well in Geelong.
Yes, it was good last week because there was no AFL as well, so that helped us. But yeah, I love this week. It's grand final week, and tomorrow it's going to be really exciting, and I think we're in for a great game.
Yeah, let's start off with we've got the Colts in the morning. We've got North Geelong Magpies taking on the Queenscliff Cooters. I can't remember the last time North Geelong played Queenscliff in a grand final, whatever ever happened. And then we've got the reserves game, of course, and then the big dance later in the afternoon. Should be great. But they've got a great lunch on again, Nev?
Yes, we have. We've got a luncheon on, and Bomber Thompson's our guest speaker too,
Oh,
Dick.
great.
So should be good.
You get invited to the lunch, Mitch?
Yeah, I did, as a matter of fact, Dick. Yeah.
You haven't been invited to anything all year.
Well, it's all right. They only bring the big guns in when they need to. So Alex is hosting it, so I'll look forward to that.
He does a good job of that.
He does a good job. Shouldn't tell any jokes, though.
No.
He laughs at his own jokes. Have you ever noticed that?
Oh,
The only one, that's why.
Oh, is that what it is, Grubby? The
Hey,
only
listen,
one.
can I have some sort of an
Yeah, we-
introduction or anything?
No, that's
Oh,
Grubby.
we
There.
missed
That's
out.
Grubby.
We forgot
That's
to
Grubby.
introduce. Well, give him an introduction. That very attractive little man on the screen there. Television does make you look a lot bigger than the way you are in person. And of course, he's come off the interchange bench. He's been a regular for years. He's a good mate of ours. Does a great job in the commentary box. Richard Grubby Cations. Good evening, mate.
G'day, boys. G'day, viewers. And it's great to be. This is my favourite week of the year. Don't worry about AFL Grand Final. This is my favourite of the year.
Yeah, we've noticed you've come in and pushed Alex out.
Yeah,
Grand
yeah.
final night, just straight in, eh? Not
Oh,
too bad.
Bang.
Bang.
Shirt fronted him.
Shirt fronted
Well,
him.
it's Australian football, not Lithuanian football, mate.
No, leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Shut it out.
So, Nev, any other plans for tomorrow? We've got anything haven't got the half-time gift or anything, everything like
No, we
that?
haven't got the halftime gift, Dick, but we've got a cheer squad, cheerleaders leading the way just before the bounce, and the young girls there will be doing some backflips and throwing each other around. So we're just a little bit more entertainment instead of we couldn't get
got a
Sting
jumping
or
castle.
whatever they are. Sting was it? We couldn't get there.
Sting, we got a jumping castle now.
We got the
mate.
jumping castle, got
Yeah.
face painting and everything.
That's
So Dick, you
beautiful.
can get your face painted, but we haven't
I've got a
got
gig
enough paint.
after all. But speaking of gigs, who's singing the national anthem?
Please don't tell me it's him. Please.
I'm not sure who we got. We've searched a few on the internet.
Please.
We got someone off the internet.
My phone didn't ring.
For good
16
reason.
years ago I did it, Mitch.
Well, thank God we're still tone deaf from it. You know, you acted up that bad.
16 years
Oh,
ago
I
I did the
know.
national.
Yeah, well,
I saw in the New Century, and the next year they replaced me with the Geelong West Ladies Pipe Band.
And did a hell of a
Scotty.
better job than you did.
Well, they had bagpipes. How can bagpipes be better than me singing?
Well, they were in tune for a start.
You're not.
Neville, have you been happy with the crowds? This year at the final series.
Well,
they've
actually,
been up.
John, some of our crowds were down. We got to go by the gate.
Yeah.
But when you've got sides like this weekend, we've got 5 different clubs playing.
Yeah,
that's a good
and
thing.
that
Yeah.
makes a difference. But
Fantastic.
the first couple of weeks we had the same clubs playing the first and seconds,
Yep.
and that turns the people down a bit. The numbers are down. But last week was really good. It was
Yep.
up on last year, and we're hoping for today or tomorrow when it's on. The grand final is there's no Ballerine.
Yeah,
That's finished.
that'll help.
And Geelong play tonight.
Yep.
So, and we only got it up against AFL Barwon's GFL side.
Yeah.
That was
oh,
a
that's
pretty good crowd going against the gate at Simmons Stadium a couple of weeks ago, though, I thought.
Yeah, the gate was all right, Grubby, but the crowd, the numbers just seem to be down. But, there's Saturday, Sunday, there's a lot of football on, and so we just take it as it comes, and we can't drag them in. It's best value for $1,
Yeah.
$10 to get in, and there was a guy there the other day. He's a pensioner. He got there at 8 o'clock, and he saw four games of football for $5, and got his car in for $5. And I reckon he was happy as a pig in proverbial.
One of those things.
Yeah, and the weather hasn't been terrific,
No.
has it? Like
it hasn't, John.
we had those windy. The first week it was freezing cold, but look, I reckon the atmosphere has been good at St Albans. I reckon it's a good atmosphere, and I just expect that there'll be a bumper crowd there Saturday.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
We've got to go. We've got to wind
Hang
up,
on.
Grubby. Sorry.
Hang on. You've got a really good bunch of blokes on your executive committee, pretty hard working, except for Caney. Have you got Caney doing any work yet?
Caney's shown a lot of initiative this year. He's ground manager, and he's been there at 6 o'clock every morning. People knock him, but he puts his hand up when
I'm not knocking
needed.
him, I'm just bagging him.
He lives up your way now, too.
Yeah, that's
by the way.
good. Nev, thanks very much for coming in, mate, and good luck for a successful day tomorrow. I hope it's going to be a great day. Weather looks like it's going to be okay, which is even better, and should be a great outcome. What's your tip very quickly?
I hope for a close game, Dick.
He doesn't
Very
never
good.
give
Never
tips,
give a
I can
tip.
tell you that
Okay,
now.
hope for a close game.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back in the next segment, we're going to talk about all the action on tomorrow afternoon. Back up.
We come together, the best from all the league, to show them how to play.